Leadership solution. This is what I read, and it changed my life. Understand that I am the problem. Accepting that enables me to be the solution. Changed my life. Because no longer could I look back on my life as, well, I was 25 at that time. No longer did I give myself permission to say, I'm shy guy, which that's basically who I was known as. Shy guy. I'm no longer shy guy, or I can't be shy guy. I can't be that. I can't blame that on my mom for calling me Bunny anymore. Right? Or my buddies calling me Pipsqueak and Scrawny and all of that. I couldn't blame my professors for not teaching me certain things in food service when I graduated from Stout. I couldn't blame my boss for not teaching me about the P&L. Because you know what? When I read that statement, I said, you know what? If I want my life to be what I want it, I better start taking control of it. Anybody with me there? Yeah. And I get so frustrated in our society today because I feel that we're almost lowering our standards across the board. We're lowering our standards in our schools, in our businesses, in our politics. We're lowering the standard thinking, hey, more people can participate. More people can be a part of this. Folks, when you lower the standard, does it make the world a better place? I'm here to tell you it doesn't. Did you know that the United States is the number 2 depressed society in the world? France is number 1. How exciting is that? We're the number 2 depressed society in the world, yet we live in the greatest country in the world with the most choices, the most opportunities to do what it is we want to do with who we want to do it with, when we want to do it. And we've all had those bouts of depression and not feeling so worthy and not telling ourselves stories that, you know what, folks, aren't serving you. But that's scary to me, that we have all these opportunities, and I feel that a lot of it is because we've lowered the standard. Because every time people come to my 2-day leadership training and they're like, well, Brandon, can I bring my phone? Can I bring my computer? Can I do? No, you can't. Let's put some work in and let's learn about you. Let's learn about where you want to go. And get rid of all the distractions of life and really figure that out. Because the number 1 reason people don't get what they want in their life, folks, is they don't know what they want in their life. We're so busy people. Anybody with me there? Are we busy? Yeah, we're all busy. But I challenge you, what are you being busy at? Because I'm guilty as anyone else. I can be busy. But then I go home and go to sleep and I'm like, wow, it didn't really accomplish anything today. Anybody with me there? It's like, I got to just get to Saturday. I got to get to Saturday, right? And then Saturday comes, and then you got softball practice with little Emma, and then you got church in the afternoon, and you got a birthday party to go to, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to get to Sunday. I'm going to get to Sunday, and I'll get some rest, right? And then I got t-ball practice with that, and all of things just happen. But what I've learned is to reduce my commitment levels to things that ultimately, as much as I love and want to be a part of them, I've decided to not allow overcommitment to hold me back anymore. And I've stepped away from some great organizations, some great board opportunities, because it was just like, you know what, if I'm only showing up at a level 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, that's not fair. In my world, that's not fair to them. Because there's somebody right next to me that wants to bring their level 10 and they deserve that opportunity. I guarantee you they'll find that level 10. But until you step aside, you're doing them a disservice. And so in your life, figure out what it is you want. Because when you identify that target, it's amazing what will happen. Amazing. I know for me, when I decided to go out on business on my own, I was scared. But you know what? I decided that I was just going to be me. That was the greatest decision I ever made. You know, Tina asked me, she goes, do you get nervous and stuff? I get excited nervous now when I speak and share. But you know what? One of my mentors taught me one of the most valuable lessons in my life. I was struggling with the training. There was 3 people in there, and I wasn't connecting with them. Has anyone ever had that challenge? Feeling like you're not connecting with some people, right? The energy just wasn't mixing. And I said to him, I said, you know, I'm really struggling here and here and here. And he said, Brandon, all right, listen to me clearly on this. There is like 7 billion people in the world, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he said, I venture to say there's probably like 0.3 or 0.4 billion people that hate you, that don't like anything about you, don't like that you're a positive energy guy, don't like that you were successful as a young man and even more successful now, that you're happy, that you're positive. They will never, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, they will dislike you. They'll look to tear you down. But you know what, Brandon? There's 6.7 billion that love and adore you and want to learn from you. And so my challenge to you, son, is to either focus on the 0.3 billion that really in all reality don't matter. Not that you don't love and serve them, but in all reality, they're sucking the life out of you and you're not being you. So start focusing on the ones that do want you to serve them. Does that make sense, folks? That was a huge lesson for me to give myself permission to do that. And when I started to do that, my stress level went down. Because I was just being me. My message to you tonight is be you. Seriously. Get rid of the old stories that someone may have given you when you were 15 years old or 13 years old or 25 years old that said you don't matter. That said you're not smart enough, you're not creative enough, you'll never be able to do that. Get rid of those stories because those aren't the stories that you deserve to have, to deserve to live, because you won't have what you deserve in life unless you start living a more powerful story. Anybody with me there? Thank you. I'm taking that as some of you are going, inside you're like, yeah, man, I'm going to go there, yeah. But then, you all have this, there's this great poem called The Good Wolf, Bad Wolf that says we have a good wolf and a bad wolf inside of us that wants to dominate the spirit. Folks, you have that going on in every single moment of your day. It's going, yeah, go after it. And then this one goes, no, don't do that. Right? The bad wolf is your actual brain, folks. Because your brain, basically, your mind has one job and one job only, and that's to keep you safe and comfortable. Seriously, when you break it down, it is to keep you safe and comfortable. And it does an awesome job of that, right? You start going after your dreams and your brain goes, oh, you know what? You don't have everything lined up. Now, you got 9 out of 10 things, you got to wait for the 10th, right? Oh, you don't have this relationship. You don't have this certification. You don't have this. You're wearing the wrong dress. You know, whatever it is that comes up that stops you, that's your brain just wanting you to be safe. It's your heart. It's your what, please? Heart. That goes after your hopes and your goals and your dreams. That's where your true story, your true self resides, in my opinion. And when I started living it, it's amazing, folks. It is absolutely amazing. And one of the greatest compliments I ever got was when my baby girl, Emma, she was 7 at the time, she comes running into the bedroom, right? And my wife is folding laundry, and I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth. And Emma comes running in, she's like, Mommy, 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 thank you for marrying the weirdest daddy in the world. And I'm brushing my teeth, and I'm like, that's awesome. Because not only, it was awesome for me because in that moment, it really hit me of going, wow. I want to be a role model for my kids, folks. And in that moment, I felt pride. Because my baby girl was calling me the weirdest daddy in the world. Because in that moment, somewhere in her subconscious, I was giving her permission to be herself. Right? How many of you young ladies struggle with that? At whatever age you're at. Men too. That we're so afraid to be ourselves because somebody else told us to be something that we're not. Folks, when you start being yourself, I guarantee you bring so much more value to the world, both in your families, in your teams, that all of a sudden you start being a superstar. And how many of you have always wanted to do that? Right? Some of you actually just kind of did it. You went, no one saw that. Yeah, all right, do that with me. On the count of 3, everybody go, superstar. And you got to put the superstar face on. You can't go, this is painful. All right? Because I know some of you, on the count of 3, we're all going to go, superstar. And you got to do it with the best superstar energy and face. Ready? 1, 2, 3, superstar. Give yourselves a round of applause.